Alright, so in the third question, we have like 5 different options of how we can do auctions. So before we were selling one record and we were auctioning it, so there was one auction. And now we have two identical records and we have 5 options for selling them. So the first option is two consecutive second price sealed bid auctions where bidders of the first auction are not aware that you are going to sell the second vinyl as well. So it's just like in the first auction, it will be just this. This will happen and you will get 190 profit. And in the second auction, the first guy will be removed from the auction because he bought it, the highest valuation guy, I mean. And then there will be an auction from with the rest of the guys, and yeah, you will get some amount of revenue. So, and because this is a second price sealed auction, so there's actually a question here from above options, which one is such that it is Bayesian equilibrium to beat true value. So in this case, it will be a Bayesian equilibrium to beat your true value because yeah, in the second price sealed auctions, that's generally the case. So, and because none of them are aware of the next what happens in the next period, they will just stay true to themselves, and these two auctions will be like separate from each other. They will not depend on each other. So the next option is of two consecutive first price sealed bid auctions. So in this case, bidding the true value is not gonna happen, but because before we determined that the first price and the second price sealed auctions bring us the same revenue, here again revenue will be 190 in the first auction and the second auction revenues will also match. Here, two consecutive second price sealed bid auctions where bidders of the first auction are aware that you're going to sell the second villain as well. So here, what will happen is that imagine you have like period T1 and period T2. So in period T2, the remaining guys will play normally. So probably again here in equilibrium, the highest guy will buy. So the second period revenue will be the same as in option 1 and 2. However, in the first period, people may underprice their bid because of the existence of a second period, and therefore you will earn less revenue in the first period because it's no longer optimal to bid so high in the first period. Because maybe you can get away with bidding less in the second period and still get revenue. So in this case, in the first period, I think they will not beat the true value, and in the second period, they will beat their true value. So in case of option 4, it's first price sealed bid auctions. So again, I think in the first period they undervalue, in the second period they use the strategy that's optimal in the first price sealed one. And again, so in t equals 2, for option 1, 2, 3, and 4, the revenue is the same, but for option 1 and 2, the T1 period revenue is the highest, while for option 3 and 4, the T1 revenue is lower. So option 1 and 2 are better than option 3 and 4. So you don't want them to know about the auction in this next period. And the fifth option is double second price sealed bid auction, in which two highest winners will get winnel but pay third highest bid. So I will assume that everyone bids their highest price. So let's say some specific scenario of bidders V1, V2, V3, V4, where V1 is greater than V2, V2 is greater than V3, and V3 is greater than V4. So in this case, these two win and pay us this. So they pay us 2v3, right? But if we were to do this, the first guy would win and pay us V2, and then the second guy would win and pay us V3, and this is necessarily like greater than this, which means the first and second options are necessarily better than the fifth option. So you should probably pick option 1 and 2 instead of option 3. And concerning this question for option 5, I think in this case it is possible for them to beat their true values. So that's what I assumed anyway. And I think it could be a good strategy. So I think that's the solution. They didn't ask for a fully formal solution for the expected revenue, so I will not solve it, but you get the idea.